So I was driving down the road the other day and I started thinking about something years ago that just made me feel really sad, probably the most sad I'd ever felt in my life. And somehow this story was coming back to me and I was replaying it in my mind. And and I just felt this kind of sinking feeling. I was just reliving that sadness that I experienced a few years ago. And I even felt my breath quicken and deepen. So I was having a visceral, literally a physical reaction to this memory of something that was very sad. Just reliving it mentally and physically, it was kind of just taking over for a bit. And then, I was driving along, just getting sucked into this memory, and then something just popped into my head. I was thought to myself, "Wow, what are you doing to yourself?" And that's just it. I was doing it to myself, and I thought to myself, these Buddhists, they're big into antidotes. Let's just undo this. And I started thinking of something really pleasant from years ago, and that just totally brought me out of it. But what I was thinking of was not necessarily the most wholesome thing. So I caught myself yet again, and then thought to myself, wow, here I am driving, it's a great day, I'm heading off to do something really fun. I'm just going to enjoy that. And it was a really good feeling because it was a good day and I could enjoy that. But the better feeling was that here I was getting sucked down into this mire of just sadness. And I was able to pull myself out of it with some of the tools that I've learned in studying all this Buddhist stuff. And that was kind of a cool feeling. I was at a Dharma talk some years ago, and the monk said something about spirituality, and that kind of poked my curiosity, because, Buddhists, I don't think, really believe in spirits in the typical theistic sense of the word. So at the end I asked him, what is spirituality, in the Buddhist sense? And he came back and he said, it's emotional maturity. I really liked that. And, that's kind of how I view all this Buddhist stuff. It's really a tool that you can put in your emotional toolbox. All this stuff of nirvana and enlightenment and all that kind of stuff, and being, mindful from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. No, that's not right. Even Buddha said he was mindful when he was asleep. I mean, how cool is that? I'm probably mindful for about 3 or 4 seconds a day, and I may flatter myself with even that. But I know that when I start getting dragged down, I can pull out that emotional tool from my emotional toolkit that I've learned from Buddhism to pull myself out of sadness or unhappiness or other thoughts like that. And that's just a really cool feeling. So that's kind of how I view all this Buddhist stuff. It's just a tool with which you can be more happy.